Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Message for men who rate other men. Message for men who rate other men, and indeed, even men who go to another man for rating. And this is a message for all of y'all. Can't be done. For one simple reason. Women have a vagina. You don't have a vagina. When women choosing a man, she's choosing him on multiple levels, and she is not breaking out a rule or anything. Even when they talk about height. Yeah, they say 6 feet, but, it's somebody who's 5'11" when he gets out of bed. And then, with gravity and everything, it might go down to 10.6 or 10.75. Oh, that's what she drives. Okay, I might have to be friendly to her. Anyway, check it out. Even no matter what, even when they say height, like I was talking about myself, I lost count of how many women think I'm 6'2", so they can't even judge that accurately. Look, a woman is not objective when she chooses a man. That's just all to it. You can think she is, and you think she breaking out a ruler, and she don't be looking at a man talking about, oh, he got some great lower thirds or something like that. She just think he attractive. And it definitely don't go along with what we think. Because I remember, even myself, I asked this woman, right? Because this woman I know. Now, she's cool with this guy he's a straight player, right? He's a straight player. He don't look like a fashion model or anything. I'm thinking a dude average looking, right? As a man. She was like, I said, well, where would you rate that guy? And I was about to get into some more conversation about average man winning. She said, I rate him a 9. And I've had several ladies, they would say that about their guys, and the guys in my eyes, and indeed even in other men's eyes, look ordinary. I remember in college, some guy was like, he was talking about another guy who I know for a fact got plenty of pussy. And he was like, well, why would women want to mess with him? And I was like, shit, I remember what the women were saying about him. And let's just say I know this motherfucker. He was getting pussy like a motherfucker, but another man looking at him couldn't see it. He was shocked. I was like, bro, you just don't know. You just don't know. Dude, because I knew the women he got with. Shit. And that motherfucker. But another guy looking at him couldn't tell. Look, it's a waste of time going for asking another man anything, or even taking, taking seriously a man rating another man. Reason I even thought about this, because I saw there's plenty of those videos where you got men rating other men or men rating celebrities. I remember a guy was rating one celebrity, right? And I ain't gonna give his contact information. I don't do that. Plus, some motherfuckers be a little petty, be trying to get your video off of there and shit, right? So, but he was talking about one guy and said the guy was average looking, but then I thought about this woman who I personally would rate in the 8 range. And in fact, she hinted that she had been in some magazines when she was younger, right? She said she fucked the shit out of this particular celebrity. She would fuck the shit out of him. I was like, I just laughed because, look, here's the thing, fellas. You can have all that objective shit, measurements and all that. It still come down, does the motherfucker get a woman wet? And it's not on some objective thing. And see, a man don't have a vagina. And because we don't have a vagina, we ain't gonna feel or look at another man the same way. Even if a motherfucker gay, he still don't have a vagina. It's a waste of time. Like I said, if I was gonna do any of that rating stuff or something like that, I'd get a team of women. I wouldn't even get one woman. I get a team and average out the scores. Reason why? Because you got every woman is different. If you put 100 women in a room, you put a bunch of guys, they're all gonna give them different scores. And really, they don't really use a score. They'll use a score for just the man's benefit, so he'll understand. But usually, they like sexy, handsome, fine, creepy, whatever. And so many things go into it. Yes, they take looks into it, but they don't stop with looks. Anybody who thinks so, I tell you what, since I know some dudes going to be judging other dudes anyway, ask yourself how these motherfuckers who ain't over 6 feet, these mine who ain't over 6 feet, don't look like a fashion model, how they getting pussy? Seriously. Come on now, we gotta be out here in the real world. How they getting kids? What they doing? Common sense should say, well, wait a minute, maybe women looking at it differently. Because I'll tell you, I'll just say it straight up. Well, y'all can get me on a panel, I'll say it straight up. It's stupid as shit for a man to ask another man. Because it's the woman you gotta get wet, and that's why I talk about a tribe. Once again, for those who always ask, even though I said it 1,000 times, a tribe just means the women who are naturally attracted to you. And shit, they can be attracted to different things. I've said numerous times, I've known several women who would get with guys they called ugly or average looking or whatever. I remember one woman was dealing with me. She was half joking. She said, just half joking, said, yeah, Ron, we had some kids. My looks had to pull the kid through. And she said some shit a couple times, but she was still on me hard. And like I said, this was back in the day when I was dating her and stuff. If they had IG or TikTok, then she'd get a big following. All she had to do was just show up. Man, she had a body, green eyes, shit. She let me know, but she was still dealing with me. Because, see, here's the thing with women. They don't look at just one thing. They don't be breaking out a measurement. They look at the entire package. And then it depends on what their needs are at that moment. And then it depends on the personality, too. A lot of guys act like personality don't matter. Yes, it do. Don't believe that for a second. Because like I always say, women will say it, too. He was all right till he opened his mouth. And that's the shoot. And really, in women, I already said that, too, one time. A woman can meet a guy and she can think he's fine, but every time he do something wrong, she that's a strike against him. Meanwhile, some average looking dude, he might not be all that to her, but she get to know him. All of a sudden, he started looking better to her. All of a sudden, she want to fuck him. Or he got some real game. He know how to push some buttons. Because that's how it is, though, seriously. But a man can't really rate it. A man can't rate another man's looks. The most a man can do, okay, he can talk about somebody's height, but then even then, it depends on the woman. Like, that's subjective. That's the only thing is objective is a guy's height and his weight. And even then, it depends on how he carrying his weight and his height, depending on the woman. Most women want a guy just taller than them. He can be 5'8", 5'9", and she 5'2", he might be cool. Of course, you do have some women out there saying, well, he gotta be 6 feet. Women say a lot of shit. Women say they want a guy making $500,000, 6'4", or handsome, super handsome. They say all that shit. That's their ideal. What their reality is, hey, girl. Okay. Their reality is that they'll get with a guy who's like, instead of 6'4", 5'9", average looking and all, but he tapped into that secret. He tapped into a woman's weak spot. And as I said, it was right there on that short man video. I'm going to share it one more time. I still haven't had somebody come back to me and say what it was. I mean, I shared it. I'll share it again. I'll share the video again. See if anybody hit me up or say, oh, I see what you're talking about, Ron. I see what you're talking about. That's what he did. And this a little dwarf dude. Shit. Hey, I see you, girl. You looking too. That woman hunting. Anybody who's on my Patreon, if you heard my video, my audio yesterday, when I said basic read of a woman, you can tell everything about her. everything about her. Or at least, well, I'm not going to say everything. I take that back. You can tell enough to make it know when to approach and when not to approach, and how receptive she generally going to be. Notice I say generally. But even then, it still depends on what you look like. But that's on my Patreon, and like I said, I'll put the short guy video once again on there and see who picks up on it. Picks up on a secret. You learn that, boom. It's like right there. But getting back to what I'm saying though, yeah, and even then, like even a guy like judging that, it's still not a science. If it was a science, look, let's put it like this. If it was a science, like people guys like to use objective. There ain't nothing objective about human relations and what a woman is going to feel. If it was, then those guys who people apply the term objective to should have zero problem with a woman. Zero problem. But if you talk to them, there's somebody who didn't feel them. Like a lot of guys are like throw out Jeremy Meeks, but I've seen several statements by some women online saying, no, I ain't feeling him. Or he need a cheeseburger or something. That's because women like different shit. And that's why it's even with body game. Y'all knows with body game, the most I say is muscles. The most I say, but even then I said a slim man could have muscles, a big man could have muscles. Y'all notice I don't give any numbers. And even then, that's just based on how women have responded. Because I was really first told about body game from women. Even body game, women were breaking that down. But shoot, my ass was being knucklehead about it. Still didn't get it. Because, I had that mindset, oh, women don't know what's up. I was like, whoa, shit, maybe they do. But, even then, I would still listen. I had to find out the hard way, though. I would just listen and then wait till I experience some, and then I'm like, oh, okay, they had a point. They had a point. Damn, this dude doing old-fashioned hitchhiking and shit. Dude, I don't work in this world, man. Hey, brother, I don't work in this world. It's like I'm calling him brother. This is a white man. I don't work in this world. Can't trust nobody. I remember I hitchhiked like a long time ago. This is going on a tangent, man. After I got some pussy. It was out in Fort Washington and shit. Fort Washington, Maryland. They ain't had buses running out there like that, or only had buses running in the evening and the night. Well, morning and evening. Because it took everything to get out to that young lady's house. And then I had to hitchhike basically back to the metro station. And I said the guy stopped and said, hey, where you coming from? He said, man, I just got some pussy. He was like, hey, all right. Did that shit again with the cab and shit. Motherfucker let me on for mine and let me on for free. He's like, you got some pussy? Hey, man, just ride on me, young blood. I was like, all right. Oh, man. But what women like, a man can't really judge what a particular woman like, seriously. Because even what I say with game, I say, yeah, I can, get your body right, clean up right, get your clothes right. That's still only based on how women have responded. Because a particular man don't know how a particular woman going to respond. And one thing, too, with men especially, men got to figure out, okay, what is it about me that women respond to? And they ain't going to be off of I'm saying with a woman, with a being, with somebody, I used to say being with Johnsons with men. I asked the woman, I said, well, what can she say? She said, we got the Joneses. All right, being with the Joneses. Being with a woman with a vagina. Is that shit going to twitch? Seriously, that's what it come down to. And different shit turn on different women. And like I said, so many factors go into it. See, us, we just need to see whoever's cute to us. And men can hit a consensus a little bit better than a woman can. Seriously, as men, we'll hit a consensus, but women ain't the same. They really ain't. They really ain't. Because you see them going for some guys, you be like, shit. Told you about one time, shit, bunch of women. Then they were talking about going for a dude who, quite frankly, looked like Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd, he big old dude. He wasn't cut or anything, but women were going crazy over him. Wasn't cut. He hit the gym, but he wasn't cut. Didn't have veins popping. Had a face like Elmer Fudd. Women, shit, they were fighting over him, literally fighting over him. But that's what the women see. And one woman, shoot, one of the women in the fight, she was like, yeah, that's the most gorgeous man I've ever seen. One of the women in the fight, that's why she was fighting over him. He ain't even hit it yet. That's what I said, yet. Seriously. You know, seriously, as men, you know, you just want to fix up, man. You seriously. I would, you know what I would tell men, instead of paying money, yeah, I'm gonna hit their livelihood. Fuck it, because I'm just being honest. Ask some women. That's the good of having some women who gonna be honest around you. That's why it's good to keep a few women just on the friend tip, because they'll tell you. They'll let you know. And even then, it's still gonna be whatever they like. But here's a little trick with that. Let me give y'all a little trick with that. If you adjust yourself to what she like, all of a sudden she'll be rethinking the friend thing. She'll be like, oh, wait a minute. But she can find out. Like, say you in a social circle or something, you got a female friend in there, y'all just cool. All you have to do is ask us, like, okay, what the rest of these women thinking about me? And they can tell you. I've actually had that happen. They'll say, well, this one thinking this one this. That. Seriously, got a lot of sex behind just having a female friend. Ain't a bad thing, you just gotta know how to use it. You know? Because I've had men say, nah, you wouldn't this, you wouldn't that, and I'd just be like, yeah, okay. Who the fuck are you? I'm trying to get in this woman's, I'm trying to get in this female's pussy, this woman's pussy, and shit. You know? I ain't with that thing. I ain't with that dog. I'm hetero, dog. Yeah, you gotta hit them a certain way and shit, man. You gotta hit them a certain way. Can't be on some bullshit. Like I said, you can't be on some bullshit. Yeah. Gotta go up here and get something. But seriously, it's a waste. But you got a lot of channels like that, a lot of guys. I'm like, dude, has that really helped you though? You know, seriously, has that helped you? Another man telling you some shit. You need to go find, the most a man can do, he might can tell you how to dress well. You got some image consultants. You know, Mike can tell you how to bless your hair and shit. But at the end of the day, it's still how a woman see you. You know, seriously. Because even as much as I talk about style and shit, I notice I get a lot of women either looking my way or saying hi to me. And I'm an old dude. And I ain't in that fitness model shape. I mean, you know, roughneck, but that fitness model shape. And shit, even when I was walking with a walker and a cane and shit, you know, getting over that stroke. Still getting some attention. But women like different things. You know? I still say don't go on chance. You still want to like fix up and shit. But at the end of the day, it's still the woman. If you're going to ask somebody how you look or whatever, it's better to ask a woman. Ask somebody with a vagina. She might be able to tell you some shit. Notice I said somebody with a vagina. You know, not that other bullshit. Seriously. Because what I'm seeing is I'm feeling bad for a lot of guys out here. There's so much pussy. All the, you know, these women be complaining and shit. I be like, damn, somebody ain't fucking you. I be thinking that I know some young girls. Ain't nobody fucking them. Everybody trying to blame the women. The women ain't that picky. In fact, if you really know what's up, you can always get a woman. Shit. They about the easiest they've been since, like, a lot of people try to act like they were so easy back in the day. Yeah, first of all, your Your mother ass didn't live back in the day. I'm trying not to say motherfucker. I say, man, your motherfucking ass wasn't living back in the day. How you know? You want some fantasy shit. I was actually there. I know how the women were. So what the fuck you talking about? And they easier now. I'm just being real. Anybody who's really been back in the day getting some play, they'll say, shit, it's way easier now. Way easier. When I say way easier, I mean way easier now. Damn, this dude taking up 2 spaces. All right, dog. Dude, it's just a Grand Cherokee. Oh, speaking of which, real quick, I saw a blue, where I live, it's a little bit, it's deceptive. It's deceptive. Got deceptive money around here, right? Because I saw a blue Bentley convertible. Good Lord. Man, those you gotta have 6 figures to even think about buying one. Cause they cost about 6 figures. A blue, because I went to my comic book store and I parked over there and stuff, and it was a blue, like royal blue Bentley convertible. I was like, God damn, I had to stop and look at that. But it was right in front of this coffee shop that got some podcast studios in there. It might have been somebody big. Like I said, it's deceptive. You got a lot of money in this county. A lot of money. But I was like, damn. I just had to throw that in there, y'all. Good Lord. Yeah, material run was coming out then. I was like, shit. I had to do a little bit more here, get a little bit more money. Anyway, right? Yeah, but there's plenty of women around here. Like I said, just out. A lot of single women, man. I lost track of how many fine-ass single women I know. And this ain't just some racial thing either, man. These women are different races and shit. Single. And guys thinking they gotta be some Chad or something. No, you don't. Just fix yourself up, man. You don't know what they looking for. You don't know what they looking for. And actually talk to these women, engage these women, you'll find out. Yeah, so you'll find out. You gotta get out here, but don't get caught up into what some other man want. That's the man. You trying to get with that man? Well, shit. Who gives a fuck? All that matters is, can you turn on that particular woman? That's all that matters, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. And I see you, girl. She got that sun and shit. You know, some of these fine-ass women and stuff, some of them be walking around with the sun. That means somebody fucked their ass. Seriously, God just got to have the right mindset. Because these women, they want a stroke. Yeah, and like I said, I'm going to put that short guy video in the comments, in the description box again. I mean, that whole encounter just gave the secret. Yeah, I was like, damn, you ain't get that shit. Sit down and watch that shit. Let me help you out a bit. Don't just watch him, watch her, okay? She giving it away, all right? So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.